They're the hip hop conversations. The current drought in hip hop.
Why you gotta say it like that, man?
Because, man, look, I y'all know how I feel. I'm not gonna say all of how I feel on camera, but this is just a lull. And I agree with Myke that
a lull.
We haven't experienced one like this, especially, we're not necessarily over COVID, but obviously things are opening up. Benny the Butcher's already booking his tour for later on in the year. Artists are booking their tour. I get it. But Ken, why did you really want to have this conversation?
Feefo said this was a pointless conversation. I don't think this is a pointless conversation. You just referred to it as like a lull. This is not a lull, man. Like, at least we would have more bigger name artists dropping than what we've had. We haven't had really a lot of big name artists dropping. This is a drought. But hip hop is dead. Myke said hip hop is dead.
I did.
Yeah, you did.
Where you say that, bro?
He said it on the Czarface review. Watch if you watch it.
I just like that in a time where hip hop is fairly dry right now, y'all came out of nowhere with a fucking banger. But all of y'all really showed up and put your ass in what. Did I?
You did say that.
I didn't mean it the way Ken. Nah,
you see how you twisting it? And see, you agreed to this. You agreed to be the part of this.
I was chilling, bro.
You agreed. But Ken, like J. Cole dropping at the end of the month.
That's the first.
He dropping this Friday.
Yeah. Okay. Who else has dropped really big like that?
What do you mean?
Who else has dropped really big like that?
But Ken, Drake is slated to drop. He already gave us a little
fuck about Drake.
You don't give a fuck about Drake. Everybody else gives a fuck about Drake except for you.
They lying to you.
So let me ask you this. So we in May right now, right? We normally do our mid-year in June, and
It's gonna be tough.
you think that you could come up with a
easy.
Really?
Easy
albums?
Easy because there's not a lot of competition. But at the end of the day, what is we talking about? Okay, there's a drop. People haven't released. Do we know why? Do you know why? You have sources?
Yeah, I know why.
Why?
Because it's COVID. And obviously, most musicians release albums when they can tour on them. They can't tour on them.
Okay.
But that doesn't mean that this is like unprecedented though.
Conversation.
No.
Thank you, Myke. We don't know who is actually going to drop. Like, obviously, we know J. Cole is slated this Friday.
Ron makes a very good point. Up until now, this is when the time that y'all would be popping on these videos talking about, man, what a great year for hip hop. People are thirsting for some shit. That J. Cole shit is probably gonna soar through the roof because motherfuckers just ain't had shit from bigger artists. It's been a lot of underground motherfuckers. Like you and I, we do these audio reviews every single day.
Yep.
So I'm gonna ask. I don't know. Is that skewing like the way that you're looking at this?
No, because obviously we don't do everything that comes out in 2021. Obviously we've gone back 2018, 2019.
But we do be looking for stuff in 2021.
Yeah, and we've reviewed some stuff out of 2021 this year.
Not the big dogs, man.
Okay, but why is that such an issue? Like we've gotten Benny, you know what I'm saying? This year we've gotten Conway already in the first quarter of this year.
Griselda gonna drop.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
that's a given.
Right,
they don't really count.
They don't care.
Right.
They don't really.
They don't count.
Okay,
not as far as like great music.
I got
of course,
you.
but I mean, like,
no.
it don't matter what the fuck is
The
happening.
volume.
Like, there could be a speaker shortage
You're gonna
in the United States.
Griselda
Somehow,
drop.
you still
come to
gonna hear
Earth.
this.
And them
Yes.
motherfuckers dropping.
They gonna drop an album about the aliens, dealing coke
Yes.
to the aliens.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Using
It's
UFOs in
that's
the
what
hood
I'm
to jump off their package.
Yes.
I got you.
Those motherfuckers are gonna drop.
What about Drake E EP?
Yeah,
That's
but
what I
again, it's
said.
an EP.
Yeah.
But Ken's right, man. I'm looking, bro. Like January,
bad, man.
January, it was like nothing, bro. Like Dr. Destruction. It was Dr. Destruction.
Who that?
Uh,
Y'all are mean.
Young Dolph dropped Rich Slade, but it was a deluxe version of the album that came
Yep.
out last year.
He tricked me with that one.
Young Dolphin, who
Key Glock.
Key Glock, they dropped a project we reviewed on the audio podcast, so that was something new this year.
And shit, then what did we do? We did the God, Fahim, and Your Old Drew. Like, that's not a big project. Like, it was good. I mean, we reviewed it, but it's not a
Haram
big project.
came out this year.
Y'all did.
What'd you say?
Haram came out this year. I wasn't on that review.
Well, I hadn't got to February, but yeah, like,
It's bad, man.
but yeah, it's pretty bad.
It's pretty bad.
But okay, so my question to you is this, and I think I could bow out the conversation. After this. Do you not think it's going to change? Do you think this is going to be the entire year?
Yes, I do. I think it's gonna be the entire
So you
year.
don't think no big artist gonna release? Like, well, you
Bro,
might
this
Not-
is two or
not-
three of them.
not-
I don't believe it. You need more people.
Why do you think this is happening?
No, I agree in part to what you're saying, and that COVID definitely had an impact, on this, which is why I think it will continue. Which is why I'm gonna find it hard to see artists dropping, like the artists at scale dropping albums this year. I just don't see it.
I think Freddie is definitely gonna drop whatever he's doing with Pharrell, and I think he's gonna drop another project this year. Like, Ken, look, I understand up until this point, and I know we're damn near halfway through the year,
Right.
And it's a bit disconcerting. I get that, but I just can't see for somebody for this to be their livelihood to not put out work. Like, you're gonna have to at some point in time put out. You can't. They're gonna put out work, man. Like, I feel confident in that
But
statement.
like Ken said, they make their money off them shows though.
That's what Mike said.
Oh, Mike. Oh yeah.
Don't give away my point.
My bad. My bad. Mike.
But
Point.
they're touring again.
They
That's
are
That's
touring.
what I was about to say.
Yeah.
I don't know why we're looking at hip hop any different than we're looking at the movie industry. Like, the movie industry wasn't dropping movies in the theaters because
Can't go.
no one can go and they weren't going to make their money. It's the same with rap music. They
Right.
want to be able to tour.
Mhm.
But now that they can, like, how do we know that a lot of these big artists don't already have albums recorded? I bet you they do. I would be willing to bet money that a lot of these artists that you're concerned about already have shit recorded. They just didn't drop it because it's like, what's the point if I
Yeah.
can't tour and make
Good
money?
thing-
So they know that they're going to get their money off of touring, and they can't tour yet. But now that they can, give August, September,
Mhm.
the industry's going to change.
Watch, fourth quarter, we might have an influx of releases probably in that fourth quarter.
And then another thing, if you look
COVID
at
tour.
if you also look at all of the festivals that are coming out with their lineups,
Oh, fuck that. I ain't going there.
no, I feel you. We're not talking about.
That's going to be a whole
Festival,
different COVID.
right? That is the
I-
COVID tour.
I
A whole
understand
different
that,
kind of COVID.
but at the end of the
Festivals
day,
are returning.
Only
Yes.
motherfucker that's gonna make it through all this COVID shit is them Griselda guys and Mac Homie because they always got masks on. Everybody else is fucked. Mac Homie the only one that was just like, bro, I've been on this. Y'all not gonna catch me slipping.
if they're already scheduling these festivals, do you not think that they're going to tour? Do you not think they're going to drop music to tour? It just
but
hasn't
it's-
happened yet.
But it's easier to play a festival because you can just play your hits.
But at the end of the day, the point of what Myke was saying, and I agree,
And that's
we
a check. They need the check.
We all agree that part of the reason why they haven't dropped is because they can't tour off the music. But if they're already booking tours, some of them already because they've done drop projects, and they're booking festivals, it's only a matter of time.
They're doing festivals to get paid.
Well, why else would they do a festival?
Where are the tours? How many people are booking tours? I don't
They
know.
have
I'm
to
paying
It
drop
just
the
started.
music.
They weren't allowed to book tours until this past month.
Mhm.
RA's here either this week or next week. Fucking Conway's here like next month.
Yep. And
Conway,
Benny-
Stove God,
Benny,
whoever.
all of them.
They're booking tours
They toured
now.
last year.
Huh?
No, they weren't.
No, nobody toured in
Yeah.
2020.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm more on the side of Ken. Like, I don't know. The touring might open back up, but I think it's going to be limited touring. You know what I'm saying? I think
Who's going to
bigger-
limit it?
Huh?
Who's limiting it?
I think people. I think people aren't going to show out in droves the way they were. Like
You wildin', right?
Bro.
wilding.
Yes. Look.
Yes.
We live in Atlanta.
This is Atlanta.
Well,
Yeah,
no,
I
no,
think this is Atlanta.
Atlanta's different, and Mandy. Okay,
I understand that. Atlanta is different because we've been technically open the whole motherfucking time. The moment that your favorite artist is gonna book a tour, you're going to buy. The moment I saw Benny the Butcher start promoting at our IG, first person I hit was B. Hey B, you gonna go? Yeah, I'm going. I'm planning to go too. You think I'm the only one? And Benny's not even that big of a. He's a big artist, but he's not like at the tip top. Like Drake, bro. Drake's fucking shit is gonna sell out like this.
Look, I don't know if
y'all tripping.
I don't know if I'm ready for concerts.
You're
personally.
not.
Exactly.
That's his point. You're not. I'm not going either.
Right. That's just too close, bro.
But think about it. You're throwing in the variable of, okay, we're now in July and we see that the trends are going back to where people need to stay home. Then sure, they're probably going to still hold on to their album. But if we're not seeing that, of course they're going to drop their album.
You think it'll open back up? You think?
Yeah, I mean, every state, especially in the South, yes, is just they can't wait to open back up. And when I looked online, I was like, oh shit, RA is gonna be here next week. I was like, what? Really?
Just think about
these guys are losing. You understand? Like these guys are losing so
big
much
money.
We understand.
And not just the artists. Think about the businesses that support this stuff, bro.
What
like
RA tour? What he's doing? He doesn't have anything new out, does he?
No.
Okay, so why hasn't he dropped the new album?
Why does he need to?
Wait.
Because you're saying that.
But why does he need to?
I don't understand the question. Why he doesn't have an album recorded?
Because y'all correlating the two.
No, we're not. No. Okay. People are gonna hold albums until they can tour. Y'all's retort was, well, people aren't gonna go because people don't want to go to concerts. Then I said, well, that's not true. People are booking tours now because they're going to sell out. And then y'all were saying, well, that's not true. No one's gonna go. And I was like, no, that's not true. RA's already booked out his whole tour. Benny's gonna be here next week. Conway's gonna be here next month, I believe.
Fine. So yes.
So it was in support of the argument of people want to wait until they can tour.
People ready to get out.
And people are ready to get out.
They've been quarantined for a year. They ready.
And since they can't tour, they're not gonna put out an album.
Yes.
For the most part.
RA's gonna tour
for the most part. Which one is it?
Well, I'm just saying because Benny already put out a project and he's already scheduled a tour. At some point in time, some of these bigger name artists are gonna be dropping their shit and they're gonna be dropping their tour.
Why is this hard?
And J. Cole, you think J. Cole ain't gonna tour?
J. Cole going to play basketball in Rwanda.
J. Cole is 1,000,000% gonna tour off of this project.
He's gonna tour, man. He's gonna tour.
So J. Cole is the litmus test. He's gonna be the one that's gonna come out, put his album out.
We just gave you 3 artists.
We're talking about
what is the business of music?
No. Hold on. I don't need to, you know
the business of music is drop a
music.
project, go make money off of that shit, go sell your merch.
Like, look, you won that argument. Cool. You think people will come? All right, cool. We neither one of us can be certain of that. Wait, real quick. Could you talk? Neither one of us can be certain about that. These are all speculations. I can lean more towards like, oh, you know what? I don't know if people will come out like that. You can say, yeah, they will. Okay, that's in support. But the basis of the argument is, even if they do drop something, it's still, you said it's a calculated risk. You said that, right?
For the artist.
For the artist. And I agree with that. It is a calculated risk because that's gonna make them determine whether they want to drop it or not, which would still end up being a drought if they decide not to. Anybody, y'all follow that?
No.
So
what is the argument? What is y'all's argument?
Wait, hold on. Let me ask direct question to establish.
Yes, go ahead.
Do you think the drought is going to continue for 2021?
The drought of music.
Yes.
I feel like it will because I feel like artists are thinking it's a calculated risk and they can either drop it because they think they're gonna have the tour, but I don't think it's that certain as y'all think it is.
Why you think that, Ken?
Beezy, do you think that 2021 will continue the drought?
No, I don't think it will.
Ken, do you feel that 2021 is going to continue the drought?
I do.
If it's not them holding albums because they're afraid of touring and they're afraid of losing money, give me another reason. You think rappers just don't want to drop albums? If it's not COVID, because I feel like you're looking at hip hop like hip hop is some sort of isolated incident. This is happening pretty much across the board.
Yeah.
So
across all other genres.
Right. So if it's not a matter of they want to drop albums when they can tour and make money, then give me another option. Just one.
I did have one when you were talking and it just went away from me.
I'm trying to understand why are we giving options. I thought it was like whether it's a drought and
No one said it's not a drought. That's the thing.
you
If
never
time
said
out,
a
hold on,
winner.
stop. Rod, you are confusing the argument.
I guess
not
so.
I know you are, and it's not your fault. No one here is saying there's not a drought.
Okay.
No one.
There's a
People
drought.
started out the conversation by saying it's a drought.
Okay.
The whole thing is, we're saying that it's not going to continue.
Will or will it not continue?
And then we're giving reasons as to why it's happened and why it won't continue.
Exactly.
Whereas Ken seems to think it's going to continue out the rest of the year,
Exactly.
and you were supporting him by saying you think it is as well.
I think so. I think that would happen more so. I think it would continue to be a drought like Ken.
And
Okay.
why? Like,
Right.
I
Yeah,
want to
tell us
understand the
why.
reason why.
I already said, okay, so the reason why is because I think it is a calculated risk for them. If we're going based on what y'all said that they're holding on to stuff because they can't tour. Is that correct, right?
Mhm.
If that's going based on y'all's theory, I think that some artists won't be certain if they can tour.
So,
Okay,
so
then what do you think then? Because you're the ones that's still pushing this.
Yeah. So when I'm looking at how long, so January, February, I kind of expected it to start off slow. I never expected it to last this long, especially with the push for vaccinations, people being in the house for a whole year. To me, it would seem like it should be the opposite of what we're getting. That now people will be more willing to put out albums because last year was way more uncertain than this year. The fact that we're not getting anything is really interesting to me. And I'm trying to, outside of that, like, what are the other determining factors? Maybe that is the only determining factor is that they can't tour off of it. I think it may be a little bit more to this. I just haven't really determined what it is.
I don't understand why y'all are making this a lot more difficult than it really needs to be. It's either they're holding it until they can tour, or they simply aren't recording because they don't want to catch COVID and go into a studio.
It's both.
I don't think it's some super complex conspiracy that rappers aren't dropping albums.
I never said that.
I'm not talking to. I'm looking at Ken.
I know, but
I'm looking dead at Ken.
I thought you said y'all.
I was saying I don't understand why y'all are making it more complicated because you are. I don't think it's that deep. I really just think that rappers want to make money and they know they can't make money off of dropping an album on Spotify.
Off album sales.
It's not. I don't think there's some sort of conspiracy.
Yeah,
So you. Let me ask again. Are you saying y'all like as in me too thinking this is that deep or it's a conspiracy?
What do you want? You if you think it's okay, do you think they're not dropping albums because they can't tour?
I think it's because they can't tour. One and I think that's a big factor. Like,
what's the other?
I think that's a big.
factor?
That's what I'm saying. I don't think it's that deep. I think it's
Okay,
I think
so then
it's,
I'm talking to Ken.
Yeah, I don't
Because-
think it's that deep.
So, but
Right.
why do you think that the drought is going to continue though?
Because they can't tour. He's already said that.
I said it like 5 times.
He says it's a
disagrees-
calculated risk. He thinks he agree with you
Right.
saying
He
thinks it's gonna be a
disagrees with us
calculated
thinking
risk.
that people will go to the concert.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
not even okay. So I want to clear that up too. Y'all may be right. They may go to the concerts, but I still think that the artists aren't 100% sure if those people will come. They actually might come, but I'm just saying I don't think that's something
If the artist thinks that there's a chance,
Yes.
he's
But
You
gonna
gotta do it.
But
It's-
that's why J. Cole, I feel like,
I ain't worried
is.
about no damn J.
But if you said if there's a chance,
But
they're not
you
going to
talk-
take
but you
that chance without some
Yes,
form
they
of
are.
evidence.
Look, you already have artists who are much smaller than J. Cole that are already doing it.
because they have to more than the than
Conway
these
and
bigger-
Benny have to?
Yes,
Why?
yeah. Well,
all
but they
rich.
just
What are you
dropped
talking
out-
about?
But they just dropped R.A.
RA has to.
Yes,
But I say Conway and Benny. Do you think Conway and Benny have
but they
to
just
tour?
dropped albums, so they
They
different.
would tour regardless of if they just dropped an album.
But they different though.
You give him loud music.
Man,
Yep.
they gonna lose their fucking mind.
People
I'm
gonna go
not,
out there, man.
look, it may. I'm not. I guess that's where it got. I'm not disagreeing per se. I'm just saying that, if I'm leaning more towards Ken, that they may not. If y'all, I mean, look, I want artists to make their money. I hope people do come out. I hope they be safe too. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not one of those
But
people.
I just think that like with some of the artists, right, like mid to lower tier that have to produce income, because now you're talking about not only my mouth, but if they have families and stuff. Okay, cool, we could take 2020 off, but at some point you're gonna start feeling that.
That's why I asked Isaiah, because I thought it was other ways that they were making money.
There are, but it's nothing like
nothing like
touring.
touring.
Yeah, I know it's nothing like touring.
So at the end of the day, there are hip hop artists that proverbially live check to check.
But then you got to think that most rappers aren't cut out to do that kind of thing.
No.
Right.
And then you also have to think that these corporations are looking at the music industry and they're like, well, the music industry isn't making money like that.
Mhm.
So why would I even bother partnering with this guy right now? They're going to partner up with someone like a Travis Scott, sure.
Of course.
Or a Kanye, because they're
Or
huge.
Drake.
But they're not going to partner up with a smaller artist.
No.
Like they probably wouldn't even partner up with someone like a Benny or a Conway. Because they're going to be like, well, there's no money coming into this right now because they're not touring.
The Buffalo Bills did, right? They partnered with Griselda when they was in the Super.
No, what Benny did, he created like an anthem for the Buffalo Bills making the playoffs and all of that, because it's been some years. And then also
Yo, that's only to be at no concert.
that was you making me laugh like that,
Oh.
motherfucker. That's all that phlegm. Nigga, I was literally crying. BSF, he got a new label. He got artists signed to that. He also has
Conway's doing the same thing.
Yeah, he has his own label.
Drum work.
And Benny also has the sports agency. So these guys are smart, right? Like they're capitalizing in different markets.
That's what I'm saying. I think artists are trying to be smart
And I
with
feel
what
that,
they're
but
doing.
not
Maybe they're not
everybody
in it.
can do that though. Exactly. Not everybody. RA is not doing that. RA has to. Can he take
But
a
maybe
year
some
and
of
be
these
straight?
other artists that have found alternative ways to make money, therefore they're not in a hurry to drop an album
Okay,
right now.
but
That could
that
be leading
but
to-
that doesn't mean that everybody else is not gonna drop their shit.
Oh no, we're not speaking in absolutes. Go ahead.
This is the weirdest conversation.
I think artists like that are actually dropping though. Artists like Odyssey or whatever. Yeah, it's just the bigger name artists, and I think that's what Kim was talking about, that aren't
Drake,
dropping.
the
Like, because
Kendrick,
you
yeah.
look at these lists, the artists that we listen to are dropping. Now,
Like
but
who?
Huh?
Who's dropping?
like he was saying earlier, like the Conways, the Bennies,
They
the
don't
JPEG
count.
Mafias. I know that's what I'm
JPEG
saying.
Mafia didn't drop. He dropped an EP,
Yeah, but it was still a
like a
project.
little baby EP. I bet he's not gonna drop an album.
It's still music. Corday just dropped something. He has an album on the way. That's one.
I just don't get it. What do y'all think it is?
I guess I don't
I think it
understand the
could be.
conversation.
I think it could be. We found alternative ways to make money. Therefore, we are not pressed to drop an album the way they were pressed last year. But especially for some of these upper mid tier to mainstream artists.
Like who? Like who are you talking about?
Like Freddie Gibbs.
Let's see. So we're talking about. So here comes J. Cole. Let's see. I'm trying to think. The Baby.
That's super commercial.
He's one though. Who? Big Sean is one.
He's dropping.
He's dropping something new.
He's dropping something new.
Who? No, yeah, I'm talking about. Okay.
No, he said he was dropping something this year. Why do you think
else,
they would
dude?
wait until fucking June?
Y'all know I can't just pull artists out of my head like that.
Yeah, but I'm not asking you to pull artists out of your head. I'm
You did
saying
ask me who though.
Well,
said, like,
you categorize
Right.
mid to upper tier. So we're asking who.
We're asking who
I
are
asked
those
Freddie
artists
Gibbs
you're
and you didn't say a
talking
damn
about?
thing.
And I just said that I can't really pull artists. So, and you told me earlier that Freddie Gibbs was dropping someone for Pharrell. Why would I say that, bruh?
This is crazy. Yeah, I'm not. We shouldn't have done that. But this conversation made no damn sense.
It's a dead end.
It,
All right,
it didn't
fine.
even. It was a breakdown.
It's a drought. It's a drought. It's a drought. The drought
It's a
continues.
dead-end
And
drought.
All right, Weezy.
I don't think it's gonna continue though.
Nah.
But you getting shit though.
Wait. All right. Real quick. So what's the debate here? Because I'm kind of with Myke. So what's the actual debate here? No, I'm asking. I'm just no. Don't say
There is no debate.
Huh?
In my opinion,
basically,
It's really we
Music-
No,
Music
Ken
is
wanted to
a
bring it up.
drop. Yeah.
Ken, what is the debate here? What in your opinion? What was the
I
debate?
wanted to talk about the current drought in music because it's not really anything that we've seen, even given the circumstances. This is unprecedented that we are in May and we don't have.
COVID is unprecedented, Ken. We ain't never had
But
COVID
it's still a
before.
worthwhile discussion. Like,
Why?
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 Because we cover hip hop.
Why?
And every single and in June, motherfuckers, as Rob pointed out, are gonna be struggling to come up with their goddamn top 10 list.
Top 5.
Reason. That's why I don't understand.
It
I don't
doesn't
understand
matter.
why this conversation
It doesn't matter
was this
the
long.
reason.
There is a look. We all know there's a
I don't
drought.
think we all know, Mike.
Everybody
Yeah, we do.
here
We all know it's a
knows
drought.
there's a drought.
I don't.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
all
they
said
know.
there's a drought.
We just disagreed on if it was going to continue or not.
Right.
So there's the debate. Will or will it not continue?
There's no debate.
We are,
There is a debate.
Man, if you don't stop, there's no debate.
I think it's gonna continue
That's
because it's been so long. We're in May.
But you have to give me a reason as to why you think it's going to continue.
Because-
Rod gave one, and even if I disagree, at least he had
Okay.
a solid answer.
and I got mine now.
What is it?
They found alternative ways to make money
Why do you think this?
because of COVID.
Why do you think they found alternative ways? Can you name anyone that's done it?
I don't know who's
Then your
done it.
answer makes no
said
sense.
it. He said
Your
it.
answer makes no sense.
Maybe
said
I'm not
TikTok.
seeing it all. They got NFTs out that they could drop.
Drake make money off State Farm. He on the State Farm commercials.
When you asked about, do you think people are gonna tour? I can give you names of people that are booking tours right now.
Give me 3 people.
Can you give me 3 people to support your argument?
I can find 3 to 5
You got
people.
that
I
big
bet
ass
you.
iPad. Hurry up. Ask Siri. Ask Siri why there's a hip hop
To
drought.
be continued, motherfucker.
Yeah,
I promise
yeah.
you. But yeah, so
This
yeah.
seems like it was just. We already know there's a drought. Everyone can tell that there's no rap albums dropping.
I bet.
But then y'all are like, well, no, like the indie rappers are dropping. No, not really. No one's dropping
He
albums.
gets an album every day.
Who?
There's
What you
somebody
mean I
B
get an
fuck
album?
with that drop an album every day.
Who?
B iPod stay full.
Look, these are probably people that are comfortable with being broke. That just
Dang,
like
B.
no. That just like
Shit on
no. That's not see. Because these are artists I listen to as well. These are rappers who don't make albums to make money. They drop albums because they like making rap music.
All right, fair.
So when you talk about someone like, I mean, I don't know who you're talking about in relation to
I'm
but
joking. but
someone like an
yeah,
Arm & Hammer, they just want to drop music.
Yeah.
But if you're talking about someone that lives off of touring, of course they're gonna hold an album. Why wouldn't they? Because they found alternative means of making money. So you think that this entire year is gonna be a wash because all of these rappers have figured out. I'm not saying you're
No,
wrong.
yeah,
You
no,
could be
no,
right. I don't
yeah, I
know.
understand.
But I'm just making sure I understand your argument.
I think that in 2020 they had to learn how to survive,
Okay.
and that in 2020 they found a way to survive and found alternative ways to make money. Therefore, because things are not open up, they are not in a hurry to drop an album. Should things open up and people return, they may do what you're thinking that.
That's
we'll
solid.
do. And I think that to wrap it all up, J. Cole is the one that could be like living proof of somebody being able to drop an album, go tour, and make money.
But then why do you think it's gonna continue throughout the rest of the year? That's the part that I'm confused.
Okay, yeah. So to be clear, so if J. Cole, yeah, because I guess I'm not being clear. So if J. Cole is able to do that, then no, I don't think it will continue because I think other artists will follow suit. I think that kind of
We're
was
done
trying to
here.
allude to that. Yeah.
We're done here. This conversation was done.
If
very
J. Cole
fucking
fails,
long.
then it's all gonna fall apart.
These
Damn, B,
two-
just gonna.
I love McConan drop.
Who is that? Who that?
But I don't think J. Cole is gonna succeed.
The club going up on a Tuesday.
Succeed in what? You don't think he's gonna succeed in what?
Whatever this tour thing y'all talking about.
Okay.
And that's why
This man
go
go platinum with no radio. What do you
That's
mean
why
the
the
tour
drought
ain't
is
gonna
going to continue.
Drought is
He
not
just
going to
wants to
continue.
be-
Yep,
contrarian
that's
at
why
this
the drought
point.
is going to continue.
Because-
That interlude, this is what this is. It's going to be a long ass interlude.
Welcome to this is now you're seeing how dead end conversations go. it used to be Ken would just say some crazy shit and we laugh and we just move on. But now it's turning to Ken say some crazy shit, Rod back him up for 35 minutes until he realized that Ken said some goofy shit, and then Rod pulls his support away. and then the conversation finally ends. That's the way dating conversations go these days.
Lord have mercy, dude.
Say I'm lying. That's why Ken's laughing. Say I'm lying.
And while I'm laughing.
Ain't no outro. It's done, bro. It's done.
That is the outro.